Yo! 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 Happy 4th of July to everybody who love fucking America. And you already know, my boy, JB
I heard y'all don't like America out there. I heard y'all ain't like us on some country shit. I heard there's a lot of Elon Musk ass type niggas out here. Well, we back, man. First Game Podcast, man. We don't take no breaks. We gonna keep going till we living with the girls. First Game Podcast, man. Happy Sunday. Happy July 4th.
Oh God, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate you saying that, man.
We ain't tired of winning, man. Y'all tired of us,
Hey. God damn, boy. You set it off with that one. I ain't gonna lie, every time I hear it, I just be like, but he set it off with that, bro. Yes, sir. Talk that shit, man. Talk that shit, man. Then he started talking that shit.
Oh, yeah, man. Nigga got me parched, man. Got me parched out here.
Y'all already know, man. Another week, new week. If you know by now, hey, 4th of July just passed. Happy 4th of July to everybody who celebrated for the reasons that they celebrated. Also, people who celebrated for the right reasons. It's for America. It's America's birthday, 250th year that, you know, America won the fight that got a lot of us not oppressed by UK. We would have been around here, got them getting oppressed by UK motherfuckers. We won that fight, but niggas ain't appreciated that. But I'm glad we celebrated. I'm glad we won that fight. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, season 3,
Boy,
episode 14.
They got you heated.
Man, got me heated, man. Got me heated, man.
But before you get all the way into it, what episode you said this was, brother?
14.
So let's show these people, man. I got a little clip of my July 4th night, man. You know what I'm saying? Just let people see, you know, the love of where I'm at of the country. Before we really dig into the hate part of the country.
I understand that, man. Hey, my boy went to got them good fireworks. Feeling good to be an American. Which he should. He should.
Had the street shut down, man. Like, it just felt so good to be out there. Want no fights, want no arguing. I feel like it was some Democrats out there, man. It was just peaceful, you know?
But it was like, that was the whole thing. Like, that's the whole thing about 4th of July. It should have been that way. It should have been like, bro, I know you going through it. I know I'm going through it. But this day is for us to come together and just celebrate. Because niggas didn't have to think about them party issues when British was telling us to goddamn tax us for little shit and didn't give a fuck.
A quick question, though, for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Was Juneteenth supposed to replace July 4th for everybody in some people's minds?
Juneteenth was supposed to be, it's not like an Independence Day, but it was supposed to inform a black person this day was official day that we was not supposed to be slaves no more. We wasn't slaves no more. We had to, you know, it was a good day. It still was a good day. It was when America corrected itself about slavery, about making motherfuckers work for free, making people humans. These people, black people, was not property when a proclamation of Emancipation Proclamation. We was humans. But that's when people say, well, America never was great.
Got a flag right there. Like it was just like, damn.
Perfect timing.
Man,
How can you hate that?
that shit was really going on for like 40 minutes. I was just like, shit, let me catch the scene out this motherfucker. Like food trucks, goddamn. I mean, just all the way down the street is people. All the way that way is people. It was crazy, bro.
Perfect timing, bro.
Kids out there with the little sparkles. I saw a little baby sitting on his daddy's shoulder waving the American flag. I was like, Shia,
Like,
that's
bro,
America right there.
cause like I can go into memory, bro. When I was a little kid, no, I'm talking about. I used to live closest to Charlotte when I didn't even have to go downtown to look at fireworks. I remember black people, white people, we was all in the street waiting for them fireworks. And it wasn't about no goddamn if you MAGA or not. Or it wasn't no if you patriot or not. Like it wasn't none of those shit. It was just, bro, we celebrate 4th of July. It's a holiday.
Yeah, like, is it just this July 4th people started acting like they don't like fireworks and shit no more? Like,
Yes. Yeah. This year is we ain't celebrated for being American. We just wanted to cook out and eat hamburgers and eat.
bet a lot of y'all wondering, like, what's up with all the tension,
Man.
the hostility?
And
Well,
that goes to
Bigger
my
got a story to tell, man.
oh God, man. It's the thing about it, man. You know, we MAGA.
For sure.
These hats, these hats don't symbolize racism. These hats actually symbolize how together we are as people. We supposed to be supporting the president. I ain't saying regardless of what he did, but damn, he's a president that's actually making changes on this land. Why not support him? Why we always gotta support the presidents that fall short? So after he leave the fucking White House, it's he ain't never did nothing for us.
He ain't really do nothing. He
But
ain't really do nothing for us. No, that's what they gonna say.
but me, I'm gonna take him. I'm fucking with the marketing of MAGA. I like the hats. You know what I'm saying? I like all the hats we got, bruh.
Yeah, they fire.
You know what I'm saying? I like the fact that it wasn't just one hat that just came out. It was
Like
all
like like
kinds of
like in
hats.
2016.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's when it was around the time when I was on some Democrat shit and I was looking at the hats like, damn, it just stands for them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So later down, they came with better marketing. They saying we don't just got those type of hats. But, me being patriotic, I thought, my hat that's red with white letters with the flag on it would be a great choice to, put
Well,
on for 4th of July.
for
I
sure.
had on my American Muscle shirt, thinking like, wow, this is a good idea.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't look over was the fact that I was deep in Charlotte, that's a blue city, and also with African Americans.
Mm, here it
Let's just
goes.
look at, what I'm saying? Let's look at the clip, man.
Yeah, let's break it down because I didn't see it live. So, can you hear it? I have to run that volume up a little bit if you can.
Shouting out.
You can hear it. It's low. I can hear it, but it's just low.
Yeah, it's low.
Yeah.
Well, around this time, I'm live because I'm feeling very good. It's America. Let's go live. You know, I'm feeling the music. I'm with my wife.
Shout out.
Everybody, we all family. We just trying to celebrate a birthday. But you know me, I'm the type of guy, I take 4th of July very special. Not only it's been more special this year because I'm more patriotic, it's just the fact I love 4th of July. It's a time that, we get together as family. We get together as people. But now we got a great president.
Mm.
Now we got certain people that feel uncomfortable when they see certain hats. It's always the red hat. I get pointed out. I get pointed out because I have a certain hat. This is where the party's over and people are having, discrepancy on politics. Let's let the clip play some a little bit more.
Boy, you look happy. See, that's the updated. You know what I'm saying? Red hat. You know what I'm saying? You see the thick letters. It ain't like 2016.
You heard that? He's wearing that red hat and he's with you.
Mm-mm-mm.
What's that the implied notion? Oh, I can't wear the red. I can't support President Trump because I'm with a black woman. Oh my gosh. Let's
Well,
keep
before
going.
you know, wait. Before you keep going,
Yeah.
let's try to understand why somebody would make that statement.
hmm
Why you think somebody made that statement?
Because me growing up in politics right now, I guess me being a black man, Democrat has always been the default party. When somebody come up to you and say, "Hey, have you registered to vote?" You be like, "Nah." Okay. What's your name? What's your address? What political party are you? You be like, "I don't know." They look at your skin and be like, "You look Democrat." So now, the previous election, we had a woman that supposed to represent black people, supposed to been representing the black race, supposed to been pro-black. I'm not gonna get in why that shit is for fucking ridiculous, but when that notation came, when that notation came, it was saying that Trump represent white supremacy. Trump don't represent me as an American. Trump is against everything what I do. So she pointed out the fact that I'm with a black wife. I'm with a black person. That how could this hat represent you? How could this hat represent y'all as black people? Why is he wearing that hat and he's with you? I should be with a white woman, huh? The level of fucking disrespect at someone's house, at someone's family house. She basically implied that I should be with another woman. Why is he with you with wearing that hat? You already know what it was. Black people, I guess some black people feel like President Trump don't represent them. And whoever support them is not in tune with black people. I'm gonna let it go clip some more because it do get highly escalated.
Is there any way you could turn it up a little bit?
Yeah, it's hard. It's low. He got to break it down as it goes, cause shit.
You talking about? Oh, this from the live, man. I witnessed the whole thing.
I thought it was fun and games.
I witnessed the
All right,
whole
see, that's
thing,
her right
man.
there. Look at the heat.
I, s- I saw a black man under attack for a hat that he chose to wear.
Oh my gosh. You know that's the question a lot of black people say.
Oh, when was America good?
What's so great about America?
Well, look at her, man, sitting in the house, drinks in front of her, around people she know.
Ain't nobody bombing you.
If she talking about why is America great, why is she at this party?
Ain't nobody killing you. Ain't nobody coming in your house telling you to put on fucking clothes, to telling you goddamn you gotta put on a fucking cover yourself in a fucking bed sheet because a religion tells you that if you show skin, you fucking going to hell. We ain't gotta worry about none of that over here. But when it's America, great. I'm gonna go a little bit more, and I'm gonna go to the first thought.
Oh Lord. She causing a scene,
she was highly upset.
getting everybody all involved in the conversation. You should throw your drink.
At that point,
Kids watching.
at
What
that
happened
point,
at this point? At this point, hold on.
I got violated as a fucking man. The shit I paid for got thrown across the fucking room. The shit I supported got thrown across the room. At this point, I had the full fucking right to go Credible Hulk in Avengers, but I didn't. I chose not to because I'm the one that's the clear minded motherfucker. I'm the one that's the smart one. I had every choice to flip this whole house over. But I knew I knew that if I did that, that would have been a notation of a big angry black Trump supporter being
Get
racist at his own people
going at women over Trump.
over Trump.
You know.
So
Yeah, he called.
that, that triggered me. Like I actually sat down with the people. I actually had sat down with people who was, actually I could just, have a conversation with. Because at the end of the day, that's what we were supposed to do. George Washington did it. All these presidents done it with discrepancy. We sat down and talked about it. We didn't goddamn label each other. We didn't judge you and tell you about your fucking life or who you can support or if you supported a person that's supposed to be the dictate of how your life is. No, we all supposed to sit down and talk or possibly find a solution. But you don't get that nowadays when you got liberals. So that's my question. How should Americans balance the traditional 4th of July holiday celebrations with current political protests? It's hard. Don't get it wrong. It's hard because you got people that's against ICE and Trump policies. And these people are making waves. People are protesting celebrations at this point. Now, this could be a debate of, you know, patriotism versus activism. How you,
Activism.
activism. But at this point, activism, damn, fuck it. But
Yeah,
at this
you should.
point, how should we celebrate 4th of July with all these, tensions?
I
Well,
think that it should continue going as the same that it's been going. Um, I can't think of a we all should just do this one thing. Nah, because we are American, we have the choice to choose how we want to celebrate that particular holiday. So I don't think anything should change.
I don't think nothing should change either. I think you need to meet ignorance head on. Keep your support strong. Can't let these people win, man. And I'm gonna ask two questions. I don't even know if two questions was on here when I asked Dave, but this is something I gotta ask a lot of black people I bump into. In your opinion, Tukwe, Aokwe, Slimothy, do you think in black people's minds,
Nope.
hey, that might be an answer, but do you think in black people's minds, Juneteenth was their day to replace July 4th? Like, dude, you think it's some people that feel like we should celebrate on Juneteenth like we do July 4th if you black and don't celebrate July 4th? Do you think that it was like a replacement holiday for black people?
To answer your question specifically, no, I don't think that the two should be replaced or reversed or switched. Um, that's the cool thing about being an American. With these holidays, like I said
Mm-hmm.
earlier, we have the right to express our freedoms. So no, I don't think that we should replace July 4th as Black people with Juneteenth. Like, no, I think that it's good to celebrate both. Unfortunately, there are people that take a stance that try to turn it racial or turn it political when it doesn't have to be that. So, to answer your question, no, I don't think people should switch those two holidays.
I agree with that one, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, when we celebrate some of these holidays are just part of history. We don't want to forget what people actually want, what people actually went through to create this country for us to just sit down and be able to damn chill, to have peace in life. We shouldn't be forgetting that, but some people forget.
And it's gonna sound bad, but it was during the 1776 era, like, and other wars during that time. Um, Black people that were slaves were actually some of them were in the military fighting for the country as well. So at the end of the day, it's still, yeah, atrocious things happen in this country, but at the bottom line, it's still part of our American history. Even though we were slaves, we still fought in certain wars that to help this country.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing about some of these people nowadays, bro. You got people who go to jail and change their life, be a business owner, but they still want to look at your fucking history and say, "Oh, you was a convict." America corrected itself. Why can't we say when you make a mistake, you can be great again?
You talking about
Everybody,
risky business?
shit, he a convict too, but now he drive trucks. Like, why can't that mindset of, yeah, I fucked up, but I'm on the right track? Why can't that set in for America?
Why can't black people just sit back and think like this country is the only country that has statues of descendants of slaves? Like this country is the only country that reveres the speech of a descendant of a slave, Martin Luther King. Like
Could they
his,
forget,
his
bro?
words are revered in this country by all races,
Could
and
they
in
forget?
no other country. So it's like this is the country that hears you
They forget. They forget the fact. Like when you get
currently.
when
Yeah,
you
it wasn't like that,
nah,
but
it wasn't like that before.
we're
But
past.
it's just that when you get so spoiled and things are at a like just like when I saw one a reel when a woman was like, I um I divorced my husband of 17 years because I felt like it was too boring. It was like, damn, you in a good place. You got wife and you got your kids, you got your husband, a person that loves you, but I gotta
It sound
divorce
like
him because it's too boring.
She
That's
ain't
what
gonna.
that sound
She
like
ain't.
that sound like a relationship issue.
Yeah, she
that's
ain't
like a
gonna
relationship
realize
with,
until it's finally over.
but that's what a lot of people they forget that how good US America is because it be shit on the fucking news when you hear a black man get shot or this and that. It's
It's
America
cricket.
fucked up.
It's crickets, man. Like they was hollering about how police killed black man, but they ain't hollering about the three black cops that fucked the nigga up, bro. It's just like if that's why they are so taken not so serious, bro. It's just too one sided. It's always our issues is against white people, but when our people do some dumb shit, you don't speak on it. It's just like in an argument with anybody, you giving them ammo. You can't say, "Oh, I don't like when quarterbacks run touchdowns,"
Mm-hmm.
and then a black quarterback run a touchdown to win the Super Bowl, and you happy. You know what I'm saying? But you got issue with a white quarterback do it. That's kind of how it is. And white people like
It's
y'all don't say
disgusting.
nothing. Y'all don't say nothing when black people do this.
It's
Y'all don't say
disgusting.
so. It's like it's just gonna keep going in a circle until we take full accountability. You can't call out shit, but don't call it out when it's your people. Do nobody will take you serious, bro. And that's the issue black people having today.
This is what I'm gonna say about it. The balance we should have. It's just like you said, too, Quay. It shouldn't be no change to it. We should know when to come together and when
Bro
have
got a
a debate.
basketball.
When we can, it
Black
should
people.
be a time in that we should just be able to sit down. Now, I
That's what
don't think
adults do, right?
that's what we should, bro. Like at the end of the day, if it was a problem, like if it was a problem about me wearing a hat, pull me to the side. Are you serious about that? Like you do you know what that hat represents? Enlighten me.
Do you know what it
Yeah,
represents?
I know what represent. You
and I'm
know
not
what I'm saying?
I ain't making excuses for it, but also there was alcohol involved.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
true.
saying?
True. I saw that's what I was seeing on the table and I was thinking about, but I just didn't bring it up. Oh
But
no,
it's
they probably was too loose. Bitch thought she was gonna
Yeah.
get a bitch thought she was gonna get a crowd standing ovation when she threw the hat or something.
because I got that, but it did alarm me. I'm not trying to make it racist or racism. I'm not trying to bring in that, but I did see two different treatments on. Because
Oh,
I got an interracial. I got an interracial family. I'm being for real. I got an interracial family. When I went into black neighborhoods, it was burn that hat. You don't know what the fuck that hat stands for. That hat represents white supremacy. But when I went up and visit my white Boston family members, it was happy to see me.
they don't even mention the hat. Hat is small to them. They don't even. It's just a fucking thing.
It's just a hat.
Yeah.
That's all it was. It was just a hat. We're glad to see you. You got a son. You a father now. Wow.
Do you agree or disagree that as of today, there are, as of today, as opposed to when Trump first got in office, do you think that there are more black people that are agreeing with your stance nowadays?
Hey.
And that's what I'm about to get to too. When I was in the black neighborhoods and when I was with black family members, I did get a lot of burned hats. But I got one motherfucker, one dude that came up to me. He said, when I saw that red hat, I knew you was a smart motherfucker. I knew you was smart. I sat there and told these motherfuckers that Trump going back in office. They trying to tell me that Trump ain't getting back in office. Bro, I'll buy your hat. Man, he lucky I like the red hat. He lucky I like the red hat.
$60.
I
You know
guarantee you,
what I'm saying? He
if
lucky I like the red hat. But
He
but I
back
mean,
back
I
on that.
forgot I forgot what your question, but I just know that
he was talking about like, do you think black people starting to shift towards Trump? That's what I heard.
well, I
And I
mean,
say, hell
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
bro, because it's like it just depends. I start to realize like, hmm, areas matter, bro. Like
Yeah,
certain areas, they all support Trump, and certain areas, they all support Democrats. And it's just like if you get in the right area, bro, you will not hear none of this. Like the areas I be in every day, I don't hear no F Trump and F America. Every house
yeah,
got a flag outside that motherfucker. Like
Yeah.
I actually seen Hispanic lady in her yard, bro, with the red Trump hat on, bro,
yeah.
doing yard work. And
Well,
I'm just like,
that's how I felt when because like I said, I watched that live from beginning to almost the end,
Mm-hmm.
and so my take from it when I saw her reaction, what I got from it was, oh, okay, she just don't know. She's going off of like the things that she's heard other people say. And so
Oh God.
when I saw Bigger actually, talk to her and they actually, listen to each other, then I saw that she started to see it and started to understand where Dave was coming from. And that's what where I be coming from, like, damn, like all it takes is a conversation. We just need to talk to each other. Some people ain't gonna get it, but for the most part, if they got common sense, bro, like, and you break it down the right way, they got no choice but to get it.
And we
but if
talk
you like
that
one of them people really sitting at that table looking at Bigger, like, why you got that hat on? Why not really want to hear why?
Yeah, exactly.
Like if it's
That's
really shocking to you like that, if it was something that really shocking me like that, I mean I
yeah.
gotta hear
You
why
gotta
this
know.
dude doing this. Like, what is making you do this? And it really ain't a tough conversation. If they listen,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a short, sweet conversation, and everybody gonna understand.
And like Tuquay, like you said, bro, like it's black people out here that support Trump. It's just a lot of emotional black people that don't like what Trump's saying at this moment. Let's say if your house messy and somebody come in your house and say, "Bruh, clean this fucking shit up."
They getting out.
Yeah,
Come
you
to
gonna
my
tell
house
me.
telling me what the hell to
You
do.
know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he's telling you, like, that person is telling you, like, yo, clean your house up, treat your house better. I know it ain't the
Who the fuck you
correct
think you is?
wording. It ain't the correct wording. You know what I'm saying? But that's how Trump doing it nowadays.
Guess we about to go
That's
to your
probably what
house.
it is. That's what it
That's
is.
what it is, bro.
They
Like,
coming in trying to clean the house, and people looking at
Uh,
them like, "Nigga, who the fuck you think you is?
who you
nah,
Clean
think
my
you is?
this
house."
this see, this is what they don't like. Trump is forcing them to clean up their house
Yes. And
through
that's the
laws,
discrepancy.
through
You right.
policy. It's the force factor of he forcing you to be greater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't like that.
Cause
They don't
that's what
like
that
that.
because we had a conversation about the big beautiful bill. We're about to go over later, but an elder lady came through that's on Medicaid said, "Yo, them niggas need to fucking get a job." Point blank, and then it got quiet.
Real talk. That's all this medicated and shit changes are is work requirements now. You required to work 80 hours a month, 80 hours a week or some shit.
I
Yeah,
hope it's a
8 hours
month.
a week, but it wasn't. It ain't like Trump just did that
It's
shit
a,
out
No,
the
it
blue.
ain't a week. It ain't a
hold on,
week.
hold
It ain't
on.
a week. It's a
I
month.
mean, yeah, I meant to say I ain't know it was a month. I mean, I just say yeah, it's eight.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
they
You're
gotta
right.
work like you know niggas work 40 hours. I think they shit 20.
I know you can't work no fucking 80 hours a week. My bad. My
Shit, I was
bad,
about
man.
to
Hey,
say, bro. I
I've
was
been
like,
sipping some All American goddamn whiskey, man. That's all it is, man.
damn.
you know me and Jack Daniels got a history.
but
Oh God.
Hey,
but it's just the fact that this shit wasn't on no shit that Trump was like, yo, I gotta do this shit to stop motherfuckers. People I gotta make this shit hard to get Medicaid. No. These people was goddamn abusing the fucking system.
No,
Now I gotta goddamn I can't just have my phone unlocked. I gotta have a passcode on my goddamn phone.
nah. You gotta say it how they hear it. Trump saying, I gotta make it hard for black people to get Medicaid. Yo, man, these people, bro.
Sensitive. We gotta
These
be.
people.
When black people gonna be tough again? Because we need that again.
Ooh,
We need that again.
make blacks tough again.
that's a
I'm
lot
about to
of
make a
them.
hat that say make blacks tough again.
Uh,
We need that again,
over
bro.
the past couple months, a lot of the protesters and rioters and the people that I saw actually damaging property were most likely non-Americans. So it wasn't really black or white people
No,
that
no,
I
no, no,
saw.
no, no. I ain't speaking on that. I'm speaking on my, experiences. That's all I'm speaking on. I ain't speaking on everything happening in the world. I ain't blaming black
Oh
people.
yeah, yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Nah. See, that's another thing. When people listen to this show, I hear a lot from people who listen to this show. I just don't say nothing. But they always like, why y'all always coming down on the black folks and shit? Bro, cause we ain't talking to the black folks with sense, man. We talking to the
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 niggers.
we talking to the idiots. And
I
they
mean,
need and you gotta drive it into these people's heads, bro. That's why y'all probably like, damn.
I
It seems
mean,
like they always coming, bro. We got to save our own people. We can't wait
Yeah.
for y'all to do it. We got to
Hell
take
no.
initiative to have these conversations with our people. They,
exactly,
they,
bro.
Got to.
they might not hear 100% of it, but they'll hear 15, 20.
I mean,
Then
that's
they'll
what I'm
hear
saying.
from somebody else that'll make it 30. and from somebody else that'll make
Mm-hmm.
it, they'll get there, man. And that's what
Yeah.
the whole point of us having conversations with our people and criticisms of our people, and we're taking accountability for our people, man. Like that, we the voice right now,
We the
and we just
Oh
let,
streets.
God.
yeah, we letting the world know, like we know what's going on. We know what need to change. We know when it come to us. So
Yeah. I
The
kind
voice
of
of the
like, you know what I'm
streets.
saying?
I
I'm saying,
really, I really feel like we honestly more pro black than what people is saying, because we trying to actually
yeah.
fix it to where black people walk around this country normal as anybody else
Yeah.
and get on their grind as much as anybody else.
Yeah. And
Amen, bro.
that is definitely the task at hand. Because like you alluded to earlier, there are a lot of people that look like us that are moving off of emotion. And that live stream was a perfect
Hateful
example.
motion. Hateful motion, bro.
So yeah, man, just gotta just gotta have these conversations, man. It is
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
vital.
all it
it's
is.
like
That's all it
literally,
is.
it's like literally, it just show you how black people drive other black people away, bro.
That's exactly what it
You
is, bro.
basically, if you was to ask the man, this ain't his reason, but there's a lot of niggas really they'll say, I grew up conservative, I grew up in the church. You know what I'm saying? I believe in having a wife and a family, we build our wealth
Oh God.
through working. You know what I'm saying? That's a Republican basically. So
Capitalism, bro.
so why would you push that guy away? So now that guy is going could get his wealth together, have his family, and take off. And now you calling him like, yo, man, heard you doing good. He don't want to fool with you no more because you pushed him away over fucking politics.
Damn right. I ain't going back to that damn
I got a
house. And if I
question.
go back to that damn house, I'm gonna have my own fucking alcohol. Shit.
I got
See
a
how he
question.
talking?
Why do y'all think that over the past few years, like some black people expect to hear certain things when it comes to issues from celebrities, like for example, a LeBron James or a Beyonce. Like, why are these people expected to speak for the black cause?
Because when George Floyd shit happened, black people got a taste of what it feel like when the country is kissing their ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So now they want to hear every celebrity, every politician kiss their ass. Instead of just be for everybody, you gotta focus on black people a little more than everybody. Like, come on, bro.
I
you
kinda, I
mentioned
kinda, hold on, I kinda dislike how black people look at money and people with money. We give people with money, with abundance of money, too much respect, and it mostly be celebrities instead of doctors and senators, and it be people that's entertainers that get the respect instead of those people. That's
yeah.
kind of like discrepancy I hate about black people. We would rather goddamn give respect to 21 Savage talking about politics other than an actual politician.
An actual politician. That
Hey,
shit's stupid.
like once again, for the people who come late, when we say black people, we not talking about all. We talking about the one.
I'm talking about
They
experiences and I
know.
got
They
proof.
know who they know who they
Yeah,
talking about.
yeah, we talking about the ones. You know the ones, man.
But
The
no,
Rosa Martins.
you said
Uh,
something about George Floyd. I sent a clip. Um, I think it was what's her name? Her name keeps slipping my mind,
Candace
bro.
Owens,
Candace Owens, bro. She was talking about
she
the
got
behind the
chewed up.
scenes, what really happened with the George Floyd arrest tape. She said she alluded to things
Mm,
like the police was actually really trying to help him when they put him in the back of the car, in the back of the police car. He was complaining, basically asking them to take him out, and they did. So, but before hearing this video, most people was acting like the cops was just doing him dirty the whole time. I just wanted to play this clip real quick just to get y'all opinion on what Candace someone said about it.
I'm about to wake you up. Ready?
Girl,
I'm about to take your red pill.
Get off!
No,
He
no.
was handcuffed. He
I'm about to
gave
give you the red
up.
pill.
He almost sprayed the people in the crowd.
Red pill, blue pill. You only get one.
Give me the.
I'm gonna hit you with the red pill.
I want the red one.
Have you ever seen the full arrest tape?
No.
You've only seen 9 minutes that were shot on the side of the sidewalk by Darnella Frazier because the Minnesota prosecution locked down the full arrest tape from the officers. You watch it, your whole mind is going to explode. Okay. First and foremost, they tried to peaceably arrest this man. It's very clear he ingested more or whatever was in his car, trying to get away with it, whatever. They peaceably put him in the back of a cruiser. Okay. And he says, I don't want to be in the car because I can't breathe. I have claustrophobia. The guys say, we just took you out of this car. What do you mean you have claustrophobia? Why are you acting funny? He asks the guy in the car who was with him, did he just ingest something? Did he do something? George Floyd asks the police officer to put him on the ground himself. Mama, which the media didn't tell you, they made you think that he was calling for his mom. It's not true. And there's a previous arrest where he also calls for his mom, where he survived, which was like from a month earlier because he was a repeat offender.
The mom thing, I'll never get that out of my head.
They never showed you the in the court case who testified and said, I'm Mama. His white girlfriend was Mama. Okay, he was calling. He was calling. 1,000% facts. They never the media.
Damn.
And that's the thing about it, bro. You had that type of information. You tell a person that's pro BLM, they will feel like that's a slap in the face.
He had his knee on his neck.
That's what I be saying. See, that's if for people who want to know, this is what made me understand Trump, bro. When he holler fake news and shit, I used to think he was just saying that. I used to think he was just saying fake news because he ain't like them saying some shit. But I really end up seeing what he meant by fake news.
Yeah.
Like what she just described. They showed 9 minutes. They showed the worst part of the worst and made a narrative around that shit instead of us seeing the full shit that would have made us be like, how the fuck he said he claustrophobic? He just got out of the car. Like they didn't show us, and that's what CNN been doing towards Trump, and that shit been brainwashing all these people, bro. Like I be actually hearing people say the suckers and losers shit, the good people on both sides argument. And I be like, they already debunked this shit. Like y'all keep bringing up shit that's been debunked already, and and go ahead, Tuka. I heard you starting to say something.
To me, that's propaganda at its finest. Now, here's the issue. I don't know who started the propaganda. I don't know if that was the government from that particular administration, or if it's just some type of like group that wants to cause division and chaos. But that shit has to stop, and I don't know how or what's the solution to stopping the propaganda because nowadays we're very heavy on social media and the internet, and it seems like it's very easy to misconstrue a story or make something look a certain type of way that would cause people to be up in arms. I don't know how do we even combat this propaganda shit, because it seemed like black people could come together, but propaganda is going to be an issue.
Yeah, propaganda is tough, man. It's like at this point, bro, the only thing you could do is take the red pill and research. That's all you got to do.
And at the same time, like the propaganders, the people who spread it, they not getting the views they once was get.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it's really more people that feel like us, but like I said, the ones who hate them are a lot louder than the ones who rock with them. Yeah. So, like I said, CNN and what I learned through research is that the heads of these news stations like MSNBC, CBS, CNN, like all of them, they are all friends with people in the Democrat Party. It's like they are part of their friend group. Like when Kamala did her debate against Trump, one of the moderators is her fucking sorority sister and shit. and the owner of the whole network introduced her to her husband and shit. So it's like,
which is a white
bruh,
man.
they're
But one thing,
all they're all like in this deep state circle and network because Democrat was the popular party, bro. That's why like everybody shift. Like Democrats used to win, bro. Like
oh
you had the
God,
Bill
bro.
Clintons, the Obamas, they thought that was the party. So everybody shifted that shit, and now it's just like they being so fucked up and so used to winning that they don't know how to be president no more. They don't know how to be. They don't know how to govern no more because they haven't been losing. It's just
They went commercial,
and
basically.
Republicans been having to go back to the drawing board and really decide like what to fix this country in the darkness where the country hate them over George Bush having war with Iraq. They hated the Republicans because of that shit.
Do
So
y'all was America in a bad space when Bush was president?
yes.
Because I'm just over here thinking, okay, like you have 9/11, and during that time that brought America very, very close. It was a lot of American pride during that time. People signing up for the military that would have never done it prior to 9/11. Um, so, but then you come across these stories that's saying that certain the buildings were were detonated. That's why they fell the way that they fell, and and there was no weapons of mass destruction with Saddam Hussein and them. So it's like just how far has this deep state gone?
I hate that
Um,
type of propaganda about 9/11. I'm
Super
sorry,
far.
bro.
And 9/11 was like I know you probably think it's propaganda,
I hate that. I
but
hate that.
9/11 shit is true, bro. That shit was
That shit was a tragedy.
basically constructed by the CIA, bro, because they wanted to put uh taps on niggas' phones and shit. Uh that was the only way that they was trying to strike fear in everybody by saying that weapons of mass destruction, anthrax, uh
mm,
all type of shit to have everybody like, oh, they gotta be able to find this dude, bro. He might be in the country, like they couldn't find him, so they wanted to tap everybody's phone. That's I think tied into some Eric Snowden shit too, bro.
yeah,
Like
yeah, it did.
That 9/11 shit is kind of like
just real
tricky.
shit, bro. It ain't tricky.
It
It's
is
just,
tricky because I'm saying a lot of people don't have family members that was involved there. That's like
it
you
don't matter.
telling
I know people
it does
died.
matter. It
No,
does.
okay,
That's what I'm
I
saying. It
know
does
people
matter.
died, but bro, you could just tell that that was set up. The way the buildings felt like a demolition style. Then
Yeah,
they finding wallets, like
Well,
yeah,
I'm
3
talking
blocks
about the whole tragedy
of
part of people
the
dying,
guy in
bro.
the plane.
I know. I understand that. I understand how that part could be set up, but to a person that lost an actual life in that, and you saying that okay, this was set up, people actually did lost their lives in that.
But that don't mean it wasn't set up.
I ain't saying
I'm
that.
supposed to say it's not set up because people died.
I'm just
I
saying if
know
your
people
mother, I'm
died.
saying, I'm just
If
saying
my mother died, I'm
if your mother,
sorry.
that's what I'm saying. If your mother died in that and you were sensitive about your mother, you won't want nobody to say, man, that shit was set up. Like that's what I'm saying. Have
E-
respect for the death.
Either way it was set up, whether it was the what they told us, they set up and they stole the plane and
Oh,
did
I
it,
understand that.
or America added to it, bro.
That's
yeah.
why it's tricky because you got some people
There,
that's. That's why I say it's tricky because you got some people that's actually grieving or they relative. They
it's
might not want to hear that conspiracy part.
it's plenty of street interviews, bro, where people is describing a whole different set of events that we were told that was
Yeah,
standing on the ground.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, nah, bro, it wouldn't be that, bro. It wouldn't be no different story if that shit was real. Just
No, no,
being
no,
honest.
no, no. I ain't saying. I'm not trying to disclose what information is out there. I'm just saying it's kind of tricky to tell that to a person that actually had parents or a dad that was actually or a firefighter, a dad of a firefighter. It's actually to tell that type of information if they looking at that shit like, damn, but that was that day I lost my dad in that. He was trying to save people in that building.
I'm still not. I'm still not understanding like what you trying to say. Like I'm dead serious. Like
I'm I'm
I'm
saying
not
I'm saying
understanding if you saying like the family don't want to hear that they died like that. They rather hear they died from the plane. Like what? I don't
no,
understand what
it's
you're
some
saying.
people that because 9/11 did represent a sort of depression moment where people did go and like their mind state of goddamn being sad. It was a sad part of history. I ain't saying that some of this conspiracy stuff is not real or what's fake. I'm just saying the grieving part of some of these people hearing that, damn, that shit was orchestrated for people to die.
So are we
That's
gonna?
why people don't like George Bush, Dave.
And that's why I'm saying. That's why I
Because they
said
know
that
we
whole
went
9/11
into
is tricky.
war. Because they know we went into war for nothing.
Yeah, that's why I was saying 9/11 is tricky to certain people.
But when you know the truth, like, do you cater to their emotions or you tell them the facts?
Yeah, like
Well,
okay,
I mean,
they died. I
let's
know
put
it's
ourselves
sad.
in a situation. If you was grieving on somebody who you loved that was on that plane or that was a firefighter, do you
Yeah,
want to hear that your dad was part of a cover up that died?
yeah,
Let me
Would you
get
want? I mean,
yeah.
that's personal though. Me, I
yeah,
wouldn't want to hear that.
and let me
I
ask you
would.
this way. Let me ask you this
I would
way.
want to hear that because it's
What
like,
if you lost a family member and they was unalived, but and it looked like a certain way? So that's what you believe, but the detectives investigated and found out that it was foul play. Like that's the same thing. It was just investigated through shit and what makes sense and what don't make sense till people started realizing that there might be some foul play. And I don't think the family would trip on a detective who brought them new information about how their relative truly died.
well, I mean, that's your opinion, but my opinion, I would not want to hear that people feel like my dad's death was part of well, he was a pawn of some CEI cover up. That's
But,
just
Right.
me, how I
but
opinion.
so you
That's
wouldn't
just me.
really, so you wouldn't want to know how your dad truly died.
Nah, bro. I know that was a tough moment in everybody part of history. Even if you witnessed it at home, even if you was on the ground in New York, it was a sense in the moment. But I'm not trying to disclose any conspiracy that's out there. Because at the end of the day, everybody gotta take that red pill one day. I'm just saying that me personally, if I had parents or relatives in that situation, I don't want to hear that my parents was part of a cover up as a pawn. That's what I'm saying.
Well, well, it kind of happened. We went through it recently in COVID. There were a lot of people who died, but the hospitals were incentivized to say that their reason of death was COVID.
Hmm.
So it's like,
It's tricky. That's why I was saying it was tricky.
yeah. But yeah, me personally, I'd rather just tell me the
I
truth.
just don't feel like I just don't feel like, but just because it was a sad, depressing day, that the families don't deserve to hear the actual truth. Like that's like giving if it was CIA and George Bush up the fire play, that's like giving them a pass for killing all them people
But
because it
if it
was
was
a
the
bad
truth,
day.
who got convicted of it? Who went to trial for that? That's why it's in conspiracy.
But you act like you haven't seen situations of conspiracies against Trump. Yeah,
That's what
it
I'm
look
saying. I don't
it,
seen.
but
I
you
don't.
but that's what I'm saying. They
My bad.
put
My
these
bad. My
they
bad.
put these conspiracies on a lot of people. We think a lot of things, bro. Like that's why they hid the Martin Luther King files. That's why they hid the JFK files. It's just
Hey,
like
that just came out too, the JFK files, bro. So it was confirmed that the CIA took him out.
exactly, CIA do business like this, bro. It's
No, that's
just
what I'm
part of
saying.
American history. That's why the CIA don't got the same level of trust it once had, which is the reason Cash Patel kind of ran on being gaining trust of the American people through the FBI and shit because people know that's how they get down, bro. There ain't no trust in
Yeah,
that no more.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. I'm just looking on the like, if it was a family, if I had, I wasn't deeply impacted like other people in that situation. That's all I was saying. because you can get insistent when you're not deeply impacted in certain situations. That's all I was trying to bring up. But especially with that
Um,
9/11 thing, it
Want me to
was
tell you how
five.
he was deeply impacted?
Yeah,
I think he was deeply impacted by, let's just say, if you were this age that you are now at that time, I think that you would have waved the American flag
of course,
in support of America, because
of course.
that was the time. That's just how it was during the
And
moment.
and that and that was another reason people said it was a ploy to get everybody behind going to war with Iraq.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I understand that, but I just take it as a tragedy. I don't take it as a cover up that
You
certain people was manipulating a tragedy
you
and was killing people in. I
you
don't
know
take it
where the
like that.
word rhinos came from?
Yeah,
Them type people who want war and will do keep the shit going. Like how we was like, damn, we sending all this money to fucking Ukraine. What the fuck we keep? And
true.
then Biden send some more to keep this shit
Kept
going
sending shit.
because it's money and with these special groups that Trump USA and all this shit, bro. It war funds a lot of this type of shit, bro.
Yeah.
Different groups in the world that a lot of people don't know who war fund, who get the money, but somebody do from making weapons, selling weapons, and all that shit.
Like it's like this.
Rebuilding countries,
You know how like
making money from that.
you know how like it's a close game, a lot of emotions, and they always ask the athlete like the complete obvious, and they looked at them like, why the fuck would you ask that question? It's something like something that moment. It's like we asked the question, but the people that's actually inside of that game, we not consideration of what they went through during that moment, because we the spectators. So we gonna say certain shit that's not involving their feelings, and they looking like, man, what the fuck? You really gonna ask that shit at this moment?
I see
But
how you trying to put it.
that's what I was saying. I was always saying.
Yeah, I see how you trying to put it, but I still don't feel like it correlates because in sports, it's like they're asking a
No, no,
guy
that was just a symbolism. I wasn't actually using
who
sports.
had a badass game, like, yo, do you think the loss was on you, or do you feel bad about this loss or some shit? It's like a
Yeah, like ask a
dumb question,
receiver, like,
but
how you
but
feel about Bryce's performance,
but
and you're a
but
receiver.
but this ain't that kind of question, man. That's all I'm saying. I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
what
yeah.
you trying to
No,
say.
that's all I was trying to say. I'm not like, cause I'm a big conspiracy guy too. It's just that sometimes when you are trying to deliver conspiracies, you don't know who's actually involved in it, who relatives involved with it. Like, let's say somebody uncle got robbed. You won't want to hear that, oh, your uncle was part of the robbery, so he got shot.
So what you think the family people who family members was in it think about when they hear that it was some planes, but they see a video of a building dropping like a demolition?
They would
What do you
want the
think the people in the families who had something to do with it think about that part?
they would want people to have closure about it. They would want that on paper. They would want that to go to trial. They would want that type of thought to get closed.
I don't know, bro.
But you need to watch
Because
a
like
documentary by this nigga named Matt Moore called Fahrenheit 9/11.
Yeah, I watched that
the
too, and
the reason
I watched American Manhunt by Osama bin Laden.
the reason why I say I don't know, bro, is because last week I spent a couple days watching Congress debate with each other on whether the American public should be privy to UAPs being real aliens existing. And from what I was looking at, it's like there's one side of Congress that's saying, yeah, these things exist and this should it should be known publicly. But then there's another side that's saying they're not saying they don't exist, but they're just saying that we shouldn't let people know that these things exist. So it's like, do you do you want the truth or do you just want to be lied to?
I would want the truth like, at the end of the day, but when you say the truth, isn't that sort of the fact? And when it's a fact, can't you prove a fact?
Tell y'all what, man. For people who concerned about UFOs, and it's like one night you like, damn, man, I just want to like look at the most real UFO videos that's all out there, and it's a
Yeah.
YouTube channel, bro. That I give y'all that y'all could just look at these shits all night, bro, and it's just undeniable. So it's this for Two Quay. I ain't about to put it on the show and shit.
And then, I mean, and that goes into the whole thing too. Like some people feel like aliens is fake. Some feel like aliens is real. Shit, sometimes you gotta have that whole proof. Like if I told y'all that damn an alien goddamn abducted me and had sex and was goddamn using my sex organs as experiments and shit, y'all gonna be like, bro, ain't no fucking way until y'all get that real pill proof.
Well, that's the thing about so that takes me to another issue that we had in this country: truth and false. Like for example, you could look at a human and see that that particular human is a natural man, but society is telling you that no, that's not a man. That's a woman. So it's like when I'm looking at definite proof of what I think a man is, but society is telling me that this is not a man, it takes me back to that question again. Like, damn, do I want to hear the truth, or do I just want to be lied to? Like at a certain point, you got to pick a side.
Nah, I mean, yes, you do gotta pick a side. But when you hear certain things that are the truth, you do want to have proof that is that the truth or not just air conspiracies. That's all I'm saying. And also, too, it's certain tragedies right now that we are commenting on that at the end of the day, this ain't no conspiracy. This hundreds of people lost their lives in this shit. So that's why I was saying like give respect for the people who did have to bury some people. That's all I was saying.
How
I think giving them respect is telling them the truth, bro.
Yeah, I
Like,
think
and
giving them
don't get me
respect is investigating it fully.
don't get me wrong, bro. I'm American.
Yeah,
I
that's an
support them.
opinion though.
I
Both of
support
y'all,
them.
that's what I'm saying. Both of y'all have opinions on that, on how y'all would take if y'all relative was in it.
Yeah,
But
it's
there's
like
also 1,000 other people who feel differently about it, saying talking about 9/11.
it's just
I
like this,
mean,
bro.
but
Your mama died. Police come. You like, what happened? They like, man, we found her. Looked like she got hit by a car. Instead of then another police saying, man, we got a whole team out there in the situation. They out there getting the investigating fingerprints. We looking for everything we can. Which police officer you want to hear from? The one who say, "Hey, it looked like she got hit by a car," so we just assume, or the
or the
ones
one
who
that
out
did the
there
work.
like, "Yo, we out there watching the cameras to see." Like, come on, bro.
But I mean,
That's more respect. I think a family that lost somebody will find that the officer trying to figure out everything. I think they'll respect that more than the officer just saying, "Hey, it looked like a plane hit the building."
And
no,
by
I
me bringing
understand that. I understand that.
by me bringing this up is not me trying to talk ill about America. I support America. I'm
No,
American.
no, no, no. I
It's
ain't
just
on that shit.
it's just one of those things that happened in America that I feel like should have been talked about, because like I wouldn't want for those families' sake, I wouldn't want them to go the rest of their lives believing in a lie. Like you lost your loved one. Like if anything, you should just know the truth, and how you respond to that is how you respond. But at least know the
Facts,
truth.
facts, man. That's why it's like, man, when we talk about 9/11, bro, that goes into this next story, bro. Like we talk about firefighters and those type of people. They got a hard job when it comes to taking out a fire. When it comes to shit, you see on these cartoons, they have a firefighter getting a cat from a tree. No matter what, when you call 911, some of these guys be the first one to the scene.
First responders.
And this sort of thing happened Monday. Idaho sniper Wes Rowley, who set a fire and ended up sniping two firefighters. 20-year-old has been named as a suspect in the chilling ambush that left two firefighters dead and one injured in Canfield Mountain. The Gateway Pundit reported earlier that the suspect has been identified as 20-year-old Wes Rowley, accused of intentionally setting a bush fire on Sunday in Canfield Mountain near Caneur de Leon, Idaho, to lure firefighters into an ambush. Upon arrival at 2 p.m., crews took refuge behind their truck as gunfire erupted from a sniper position deep in the woods. The two firefighters on the Caneur de Leon, I'm probably not even pronouncing that right, but fire department and one of the containing, boy, these goddamn counties, boy, they
The
tripping this shit.
Cotonou
Cool.
County
All
Fire
right,
and Rescue
fire
was
and
still
rest.
issued.
All right,
Oh,
and
it's
we,
over now.
you know what I'm saying. That's why I was trying to bring in this story because at the end of the day, bro, you do got a lot of conspiracies out here, but you do have a lot of lives that's gone. I'm not proving no point. I'm just saying that shit do get tricky when you trying to give out the real news versus a tragedy. Because at the end of the day, we all work jobs. We don't wake up tomorrow knowing what's going to happen. But that happened this Monday
Well, what I would
or
say
last
is,
Monday.
I'm not. I don't agree with shooting and killing cops, but I damn sure don't agree with shooting at other first responders that's not carrying a weapon, like firefighters and paramedics. It's like, why? Like, I don't understand. Like, why would you put them in harm when these people literally take a vow to come save you when you're in time of need? They don't carry weapons. They're not, for example, you have like police. They're not
Yeah.
brutalizing black people or other people. It's like, why choose them? Like, these are the people that actually their job is to save you.
And this is kind of it's kind of on a conspiracy foul because we don't know, unclear, but this person was, they said he was born in Russia.
Who,
He
that
could
20
have
year
been,
old?
yeah, that 20-year-old. He said he noted that he expressed his interest in becoming a firefighter. It was a former classmate described him as having Nazi tendencies and obsession with guns during his school years in Arizona.
So was Burr mad because he didn't make it as a
Hey,
firefighter?
we really don't know. There's no clear motive
And
that was
and
presented.
then too, you said he was Russian. You know, my take on that. I feel like there was a lot of military age illegal immigrants that came through the border, and the only way to attack America is from the inside. Ain't no sending missiles over here,
And
so
look at the
that
picture.
could be a
This the
Russian
picture,
psyop.
and this the picture how he looked too,
The
man.
nigga Mexican.
Yeah, and he looked like he was in a transgender. He like he could be. He got
That's
multiple
what it was.
identities. I'm just saying I mean, he got multiple identities. Like he looked
Yo,
like a they. That's all I'm
we
saying.
gotta talk about the real issue, bro. It's like I ain't gonna say half, nigga. This liberal, I ain't even gonna say Democratic. This liberal progressive part of the country, bro, they all got mental issues, bro.
No
Yeah,
And
doubt.
that shit is going unchecked. That shit is being affirmed like that fucking affirming care shit they got. Like, bro,
I'm confused. That how are you? I understand we have our amendment. We have our amendment, and we're able to get the weapons of our choice. But the people that was making the issue about, oh yeah, you can have guns, but you shouldn't have ARs. Um, I feel like I take their stance on snipers. Like I don't think Americans like citizens just should just freely just have snipers. Cause like what the fuck are you doing with a sniper, bro?
Mm.
Like I get it, an AK, AR, yeah, but a sniper, like why is that being sold
Isn't
to
that
the
like on
citizens?
some hunting shit though? Having them type of guns?
Nah, nah,
Yeah.
not a
So
sniper.
so those type of guns, you should have like at least some type of special
Let me
license to
look
get.
that up
Yeah.
with the sniper shit. Yeah.
Cause that's,
Yeah,
that
like
is kind of alarming though. If somebody did went to a damn store and was like, "I want that damn sniper right there,"
yeah,
or if it
let me
was
buy
for
this
sale.
sniper real quick. Like we buy this sniper, like nigga for
But
what?
even though if we have gun regulations, these guns are on the black market regardless. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's the truth too. Like, that's the kind of discrepancy that's going on with people that we should have stricter gun laws. Yeah, you got gun laws, but is that truly stopping people to get the guns on the streets? Because
No, because
nowadays,
that's
if weed is illegal, people smoking weed.
well, there's conspiracies that our own government are dropping some of these guns off in poor, impoverished neighborhoods that have high violence in them. Because if they poor, impoverished, how the fuck are they? How can they afford a 700, 800, $900 handgun?
A fucking Draco. I don't care what anybody say.
Like, if you
Like,
so
come
poor and
on, man.
impoverished, you so
Oh,
poor and impoverished, how can you afford a
well,
handgun with a switch on it?
the reason snipers get a pass because there's no gun category for sniper. It'll fall like under a long range rifle or some shit. And the only thing
Okay.
illegal about hunting with that type of gun is the caliber of bullet.
Yeah.
You,
Mm,
yeah, I think the highest you can go is like a 22 or some shit for a
Yeah.
deer, but they don't allow that 50 shit from the
Yeah,
BMG
the
shit.
50 cal. Yeah, the 50 cal is the military grade.
Yeah,
But
so
because I was gonna say like your normal hunting rifle shit, it has that scope on it, so it looks like a sniper rifle.
yeah,
But in my mind, when we said sniper, I was thinking like you said the 50 cal. Like nigga, that's a big ass gun.
man,
yeah.
yeah.
It's something tricky that's going
Nigga
on.
gonna shake the room. He shoot that motherfucker.
Oh
It's
God.
it's kind of tricky what that kind of particular story going on because the sheriff said he had minor interactions with law enforcement, including welfare checks and
Bro, alive?
transparency complaints. Huh?
Bro, alive? He was taken into custody, like
I think
alive?
he was. Yeah, I think he was taking it. No, he caught. No, he said they said they end up finding him with a gun wound because he fled the scene. They don't know if he shot himself, but yeah, he was
Yeah.
dead. He was dead on
Oh
arrival.
yeah, they
But
popping.
they said he
Think
had no. It was
about it,
including
bro.
welfare checks. I mean, it was depressing complaints, but he had no criminal record.
I'd rather these niggas go to jail, man, than die fast and easy.
Oh God, and that goes to the next story. Diddy. Yeesh.
Take
Um.
this money, make this money.
We ain't going nowhere. We ain't
We
going
go
nowhere. We can't be
uh,
stopped now because it's bad boy for life.
last night.
We got verdicts, man. We got verdicts. We got verdicts, man.
Have the first verdict on count one, racketeering conspiracy. How do you find the defendant not guilty? And so now they'll move on to count two. Count two, how do you find the defendant not guilty? That is the sex trafficking of Cassandra Ventura. On count three, which is Mann Act transportation involving Cassie Ventura, guilty. Count four, sex trafficking of Jane, not guilty. Count five, Mann Act transportation of Jane, guilty.
50
So,
Cent, baby mama.
mixed verdict here. Not guilty on 3 of the charges, guilty on 2 of the charges. Lisa, your reaction?
I don't want to hear Lisa.
So, bruh, all he's getting charged with is transportation of prostitution.
But that's federal charge, though.
Okay. Because when I'm just looking at the words, I'm like, okay, so all he did was just take her to the spot or some shit.
Yeah.
But that's a
Transportation of
federal
prostitution.
crime.
Or bringing a prostitute to you or some shit.
And that's a federal crime.
Yeah. Because the federal charges make it a little rougher. So he gonna do a little time, or because it's his first offense. Maybe.
I got an app on my phone where I could just go on the app and just, you know what I'm saying? But I don't condone that. But damn, I ain't know that shit was federal.
Nah, his is federal because all the other shit. Without all the other shit, it wouldn't have been federal.
Yeah, man.
Whoa. So all right, because they tried to get him on X amount of charges.
Yeah.
But because they couldn't, they took what they could get him on and try to make it more harsher.
Nah, no. They thought he did all that shit based off Cassie and what's her name? Her fake name? I can't say her real name.
Something to it.
Mia. No, talk about Cassie and the other girl. I think her name Jane Doe.
The one,
Jane Doe. Jane Doe. I know who she is. We all know who she is. But Jane Doe.
The black girl?
Oh, well, he don't know who she is. We can't say, or it's
you know what I'm saying? I'm asking, is she black?
Yeah. Or Asian.
I know her.
Everybody know her.
Everybody know. Isn't 50 Cent baby mama or something?
Yeah, 50 Cent
baby mama. It's baby mama.
Just can't say her actual name. Man. So
I thought you was talking about
it's Cassie and Jane Doe. So basically, this just confirms like people thought that the way celebrities deal with women, you know, they like to fly out women. They word on the street, a lot of celebrities is changing that shit when this case came about. Cause they like, damn, that's sex trafficking, flying the bitch out and hitting. But
she go to the cop, take your ass to trial,
or saying that my money coerced her to do this.
Yes, bro, save your money. Go to the strip club, man. Don't trick it if you got it.
Huh?
Why we can't say her name?
Because
she signed a disclosure.
Yeah.
That's what she did.
She going by Jane Doe, but based off her line of questioning and answers, people know who it is. But which everybody like, that was just stupid of her.
Yeah.
But everybody know who it is and shit. No.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I mean, I look at this shit, man. This trial did cover a lot of creepy behaviors of a person, and I just felt like his damn behaviors, they had to drop the hammer. You got damn, you was too freaky. You got to be behind jail. Keep his ass inside.
Nah, I don't agree with that, man.
It's almost like he's getting charged with being an ain't shit person versus.
Yeah, I ain't got no comment. That's all I'm saying. I'm just making a joke.
Nah, I'm just saying. This just shows like the lengths that women will go to just to have a certain lifestyle. Like clearly the jury felt like these women weren't forced and they had opportunities to leave. But I just feel like most of this situation from Cassie and Jane Doe was really them having buyer's remorse from thinking, oh, if I do this, I could be with Diddy, and if I do this, he gonna buy me this and get me this. Jane Doe issue was she was jealous of Diddy doing more things with other women, and she was the one doing the freak off. That was her issue. Cassie issue was she was jealous of Diddy and Young Miami how he was treating her without doing the freak offs. So it's like
Mm.
these women just later in life had buyer's remorse. You could tell Cassie was not forced to be with Diddy because she's clearly moved on and has a husband and children. If Diddy was the type that would hurt you if you leave or anything, she would have been hurt, right?
Fact.
She
I
wasn't hurt.
mean,
She was moved on with a guy that Diddy paid to train her. You can't be scared of a man that scared that you just feel like you got to do this, have sex with hundreds of dudes.
on God.
But
Like
and
you,
then you cheat on them.
like you said, bro. Like this should be a fucking red light to all these
Women,
goddamn
bro.
celebrities. Shit, the women too. This should be a red flag, but especially to the men, because it's a lot of niggas out here that feel like it ain't tricking if you got it, bro. Keep your money, cause these females will lock your ass up. All they need is a good ass story to lock your ass up. Keep your money.
But update.
Yeah,
Cassie is being sued
by the hotel.
by sex workers claiming that she gave them
Ooh,
STDs during the freak offs. So
yeesh,
all that money she got could be leaving her.
yeesh. That
And
that should happen. That's rightfully owned.
if it
That
say
should
not
happen.
guilty, she wasn't forced. It should happen.
That should happen. They had the right to now. Let's say if it was like on some shit like roles was changed that Cassie was a dude and all these sex workers was female, that would happen. They would come to the goddamn, hey, this motherfucker gave me STD. This motherfucker did this. That shit happen. But
Every-
I don't want no women out there be like, oh, they just trying to get money. No, that's
Everybody
rightfully
feel
owned.
like Cassie only testified because she became a witness, so she wouldn't be a co-conspirator with Diddy, a co-defendant. She had to make herself look like a victim, so she don't get ringed up in the RICO like she was a co-defendant paying these people too. She had to flip it and say she was a victim to get out of them
Man,
charges.
Facts. I just want to play this little clip right here because, you know, we do have, and I ain't gonna say all, but we do have some Democrats that do look at things what's going on with Trump, and they are identifying their own problems of their party they in. You know, Stephen A. Smith, he did have a good clip of why more and more people are going away from the Democratic Party, and people are buying Trump hats, or MAGA hats. My bad, not Trump hats, MAGA hats. But he was just giving his like comments about like people who want to
And,
support Trump and what he's doing.
and before
Yeah.
you press play, I think this is one of those videos that a lot of people should see. I look at Stephen A. as one of those media personalities that has a big following, and a lot of people, move off of like what he says. So the fact that he has this stance and saying the things that he says in his video, I think that's good for the black people that may not agree. I think they do need to see this video because I think that will help them see that okay, well, shit. Maybe if Stephen A. starting to see this, because some people call Stephen A. Uncle Tom, and he be anti-black. So like shit, if they see him taking a stance, maybe it could help persuade them as well.
Facts, man. Let me go there.
The man was impeached twice. He was convicted on 34 felony counts. And the American people still said, he's closer to normal than what we see.
Exactly.
Left. That's what they're saying. He's closer to normal. Why? Because something that pertains when you talk about the transgender community, for example, and you're talking about issues that pertain to less than 1% of the population, the Democratic Party came across as if that was a priority more so than the other issues. And so he comes into office. Now you're talking about childbirth, citizenship, and what have you. He knows that's not going to pass the mustard, but he knows that he made that promise. So when he shows up week 1 on Capitol Hill and he says, this is what we're going to do through an executive order, even though it's going to be shot down through the courts and what have you, he's saying, I kept my promise. A lot of other things that he's going to point to that he's going to try to do, I kept my promise. Then you turn around and you look at the left and you say, what promises did you keep? Now, you might know the answer to that. I'm certainly not questioning your knowledge about that at all. What I'm saying is what resonated with the voter. What voter out there can look at the Democratic Party at this moment in time and say, there's a voice for us, somebody that speaks for us, that goes up on Capitol Hill and fights the fights that we want them fighting on our behalf. They didn't do that. And that's why their behinds are home and that man is back into the White House. And they want to sit up there and talk. You look at the networks right now, they're talking about, look at it, this is the latest, look at him, here he goes again. Well, you know what here he goes again means? He's doing what he said he was going to do. He promised you he was going to do these things, and he walked into office week 1, and that's exactly what he's doing. And he's saying, y'all do something about it. And when you try to do something about it, he's going to say, look at them now. Now they're concerned about these issues. Were they talking about that during the campaign? Hell no. That's really it. Yeah.
Sure won't.
Simple as that.
That's a good explanation. Right?
And that's what like black people just like. This is what we mean, bro. It's like some black people just realize like them niggas ain't been doing nothing. They been expecting our vote. Then we question why do they want all these illegals in here to erase our voting power? Yes.
Yes. Like, to get rid of us because we black people. They love brown people.
They said we needed a bill to close the border. Trump getting that motherfucker. No bill. That bitch closed 99, 100%, no entries. Best in American history with no bill. So it's like, damn, they ain't even need no bill to do that. They just sucked.
And, you know, when I had my altercation on 4th of July, it was family members saying that, like, yeah, you can be mad, but at the same time, it's two sides to the story. Them Democrats ain't doing what the fuck you supposed to be voting for them for. They not doing it. That was the whole clip of that. That was the whole clip of what's going on. These people ain't promised. They ain't doing what they promised. They just want to grab onto your emotions and say, look at this person. You see what he doing? But damn, what are you doing for the people?
What's your plan? Like, what's your policy? You don't want the borders closed the way Trump doing it. What do you want to do? How would you do it? You don't want the mass deportations? How would you deport people? What would you do?
I think them sort of issues is flabbergasting. You got to look at it. Some word salad.
They're very complex.
Iran, Israel. What would you do with Iran and Israel?
It's very complex, you know.
Yeah. We think that Israel has the right to believe in Israel, and we think Iran has the right to believe in Iran. Man, shut the fuck.
That's a super Democratic answer right there.
What? How did it get solved? Like,
Iran has a voice too.
And they wonder why. And they wonder why, bro. They wonder why people are going to buy fucking MAGA hats. Because y'all not doing nothing for the people. Y'all hurting the people because y'all trying to cater to their feelings, want to make them feel inclusive because you calling them they. No, bro. That don't make the economy. That don't help the economy.
No.
She thought motherfuckers wanted to buy a Doug mug. That's crazy, bro.
And you thought that was marketing? She only had one shirt and a mug. Kill your marketing. Kill your marketing. Whoever she was, kill that.
Well, you know, all the budget went to those celebrities they had performing. So that's probably why she no good. You know, t-shirts and shit.
Yeah, went to Cardi B. She was reading a whole speech on her phone. Yeah. Went to Beyonce. She went to Texas and just spoke, and they was fucking heated about that. Booed her. They not booed her, but yeah, they booed. Cause they thought, damn, we ain't gonna get no concert out of this.
Shit crazy, man.
Let Lizzo talk.
Hell no.
But that thing about it, a lot of people support Trump because, hey, he is doing what he campaigned on. At the end of the day, he is doing what people wanted him to do, and we did had a big battle with this big beautiful bill act. Strong emotions about it, but it got signed on 4th of July. Yes, sir. Big beautiful bill. The tax cuts.
Hold on, I'm gonna send a clip and let Caroline Levitt explain the bill.
Yeah, explain it. Yeah. I got Trump, signing the bill on goddamn 4th of July on a very good patriotic day while motherfuckers mad about why we celebrating 4th of July. I'm talking about, man. That's all I'm talking about, man. Yo. Yo. We getting tired of that hate, bro. We getting tired of that hate. Hey, we got tax cuts, child tax credit increase to it was to 2,200 to 2,500 per child. Business provisions. The House got dang passed to 23%. It was at 20%. Now it's at
Hey,
23%. Yeah.
hey, for the viewers, can you explain this to them, like for the listeners that wasn't there at that live? So for that lady, she asked, so since she's a single woman, no kids, and she's working, how does that bill benefit her? So for the listeners, can you explain how that would benefit somebody who is just working a job, single, no family?
Tax
Because that's what
cuts.
they're gonna ask. They're gonna be like, well, how does this benefit me?
I'll tell her because when this bill got passed, the 2017 Trump tax cuts, they are now permanent. Uh, Without this bill being passed, your taxes would raise to 68%. So that's how that helps you. You now if you work overtime with your single ass, you got time. Now you don't got no taxes on your overtime. Um, it's a lot of stuff in the bill that is really lean towards future economy growth and making the economy boom for the future. Like all you got to do is trust in Trump, man. Like, and you will work and you'll realize, like, damn, now my job can pay for the things I need. When you get
Facts.
older, you can now count on them having social security funds for you. You can now count on them having Medicaid funds for you. You can now count on them having SNAP benefits for you because they have got rid of all the fraud. Uh, they have codified the Doge cuts into law with this bill. Um, a lot of it didn't really Republicans said this is the only thing people that Republicans might complain about the bill, that the Republicans say they want to cut spending, but the bill kind of is the same amount of spending that the Democrats had the year before. So a lot of Republicans feel like we're not cutting enough spending, but what they are not accounting for is all the money and investments and companies and jobs that are gonna come into this country to boost our economy up over the spending. Like the spending Trump doing, like the tariffs, they're not accounting for the revenue we bringing in through tariffs. They're not accounting for the jobs in foreign countries that build over there, don't want to pay tariffs, so they'll build their companies in America to make it better for us here. So, and it's a lot of him cutting regulations so people can build more when it comes to homes, uh, businesses, uh, because when the Democrats, they had a lot of regulations where you couldn't build, or you had to get that approved, this approved. This took years and years just to build anything. So he cutting that. He allowed for the drillers to drill again, so we can unleash our own energy, so we can drop energy prices because we become self-sufficient on energy. It's only year one. They're gonna have another bill in probably like a year, and Trump gonna adjust and add to that bill to continue what he doing with this one. So, it's just like, just go along with the ride, and just benefit. You clearly see this dude got other countries folding to his will. Got picked up. NATO picked up on they spending on their military. That's what he said he was gonna do. He said they're gonna pay what they supposed to pay. He made them pay what they supposed to pay.
And, I asked Grok to goddamn show me like this type of tax cut, what it can do for a person. Okay, this the profile. Sarah, she's a single teacher earning 55,000 in 2025 with no dependents. The standard deduction, that's pre OBBBA, under 2017 cuts and job act, the standard deduction for a single person 2025 will be approximately 14,600. With the old BBBA impact, it adds $1,000 to the standard deduction, making it 15,600. The taxable income without it, it would be 35,000. It would be 35,400. With it, it would be 34,400. Now, this the calculation. Tax brackets for single fillers, ten
Problem.
percent, 10% on income up to 11,600, 12% on 11,601 to 40,000, 47,550. But without it, that 10% would just be 1,160, and that 12% on
So
that
All right,
35
so
on that
based off
first.
this chart, I don't understand the chart. You understand what you're reading?
yeah, so
Yeah, they
basically
were
you
talking about how much you.
so basically you're
I
gonna
don't
save
understand.
$3,000 a year,
Well, they
basically.
saying 5,000, but
Well,
this is
yeah.
saying three something. But each family, whether what I'm saying, you're saving 5,000 a year, bro, and not including all the other opportunities that could come with everything else Trump is doing.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. You saving money
I
with the
mean,
tax cuts.
these bold, these bold, these are with filing taxes and what you get back. That's why they said with it.
So basically, if you file your taxes, you should get a bigger return.
Yeah, and they raised the child tax credit too. So if you got a child, you get more too.
Oh shit, that sound like you gonna make more money when you file your taxes.
Yeah, but That's what I was saying too. Like at the end of the day, this is the people that's not happy for it. First, the special program that's being cut. They hating about that. They said introduce work requirements for Medicaid and SNAP. So a lot of these people can't. A lot of people might not get the same amount they was getting for SNAP and Medicaid.
And also, so this raises the debt ceiling by 5 trillion. So it's giving it's giving the country time to get back in financial shape, in a good financial standing. And my issue would be is for the people who is against the bill. So if let's just say if the bill didn't get passed, then there's no increase to the national debt. So are there solutions to navigate how do we supposed to survive if there's no increase in the national debt? You know what I'm saying? That looks like the economy would stop right in its tracks if
But
this didn't get signed.
but basically how I look at it, people are
Exactly.
not taking in the factor of what money is coming in. Can we talk
Exactly.
about that? That's how you beat debt.
A lot of people don't even have issues with the taxes. Everybody kind of on the low happy about their taxes being cut. I don't give a fuck you Democrat or not. The reason the Democrats is really, really, truly fighting against this is because it's like it allows ICE to get funding to where they're bigger than the FBI. Border Patrol has now become like a big ass. They getting funded to become as big as the FBI. So Democrats kind of mad that it's just like it's putting mass deportations on steroids, basically, as well.
And this is what it said. Revenue generated as of May of 2025, the U.S. collected approximately 68.23 billion in tariffs, in a 78 increase from the time of the same period of 2024. May alone projected to reach a record 23 billion. By June, some sources reported up to 88. Well, that was like last month, but 88 billion has been collected through this figure. Debated made that it reflected exaggerated claims. Data collections average around 250 to 300 million, significantly below claims of 2 billion per day.
Don't even fucking matter. You still see the shit collecting like a motherfucker, bro. Bro only
Yeah,
been
that's
president
just
6 months.
That's Grok talking
Bro,
funny.
bro only been president 6 months, bro.
But at the end of the day, bro, he got jobs back. He got money going up. What are you scared about? He
Play
got.
that Carolina Levin shit, bro.
Yeah, I forgot that. But at the end of the day, bro, it's like people are just nervous because they're looking at a president that's actually getting it done. You don't have to fear that, man. I know this nigga ain't doing shit. No, you don't have to fear that. This motherfucker is doing it.
All they say is he don't like you.
He don't even like you.
This was one of the hottest weeks in our nation's history, and I'm not talking temperature. Let's break it all down in this week's MAGA Minute. The jobs numbers for the month of June are in, and the United States added 147,000 jobs, exceeding market expectations for the fourth month in a row. Our unemployment rate fell to 4.1%, again defying expectations. The price of eggs has rapidly declined under President Trump, inspiring Waffle House to announce that it has removed its egg surcharge from the menu. In a huge win for women who play sports, the Department of Education secured an agreement with the University of Pennsylvania to remove men from women's sports, and it corrects the record in favor of sanity. President Trump continues to...
My bad. Yeah, you know what happened with that, the correction too, right?
What happened?
Leah Thomas had to cough that damn trophy back. Y'all, Leah Thomas?
Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah. She thought, that motherfucker thought that he was going to walk away with a trophy. Y'all.
deliver trade deals. He announced a trade deal with Vietnam, which will give the U.S. total access to their markets for the first time ever. The president also visited Alligator Alcatraz in Florida, reaffirming our commitment to law and order in our country. And he visited the great state of Iowa to kick off a series of celebrations across the country to celebrate next year's 250th birthday of the United States. And finally, Congress worked hard to deliver the one big beautiful bill to President Trump's desk. This bill means no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, and a big beautiful tax cut for everyone. It's on the way. And for those of you celebrating our nation's birthday, the cost of a 4th of July cookout for 10 people skyrocketed by more than 20% under Joe Biden, but that cost has dropped under President Trump. This 4th of July, we are celebrating not only the birth of our great nation, but the birth of a golden age of economic prosperity for you and your family. And the best is yet to come. We'll see you for next week's MAGA Minute. Happy Independence Day.
Hey, what Uzi? Like, what's going on, bro? You ain't happy because goddamn the economy looking good for us? You was able to goddamn buy some hot dogs and hamburger meat.
Tell me what Joe Biden did in his bill for you.
Transgender Visibility Day.
Juneteenth.
Hey, I never been to Iowa, but why do they call it the great state of Iowa? Like, what's special about Iowa?
I guess goddamn.
First off, they always vote red. That's another reason Trump love Iowa.
Is that the like the farmers or something like that, or agricultural?
Yeah, because they known for potatoes too, and people buy potatoes.
Yeah, I thought that was Idaho.
Oh, you said Iowa?
Yeah, Iowa.
Oh shit! I thought you said Iowa.
They red too, shit. Oh, I'm about to look though.
Yeah, I'm about to look too. I ain't never heard it. I didn't know that was called.
But I feel like she would have said the great state of North Carolina.
Yeah.
I think it was, but it does. It might deal with history shit that went on too.
Might be a swing state.
Oh, it said agricultural. It's leading
red.
agriculture. Corn, soybean, pork production. Over 80% of his land is used for farming, so it's agricultural.
Yeah.
And also nature and beauty because it's a nice
farming. They feed our ass.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
That was a good one because I ain't even know what the fuck. But man, that shit, bro. How could you not hate about 4th of July? Like, everybody should be happy. Prices was cheap.
Bro, tax cuts is good enough for me, bro. Like, I ain't even used to, you know what I'm saying? Like, hearing tax cut. Like, I'm hearing more taxes. We gotta help pay more. I've been used to that. But tax cuts, bro. I'm never gonna argue against cutting taxes. Never. I'm sorry.
Man. That's the thing. And then, bro, you know, a lot of people like Tukwe, what you say? We should have celebrated 4th of July to bring people together. That should have been the obvious notation of 4th of July. But now, goddamn, the liberals going at one of their football players. Damn, bro, played for Philadelphia. How could y'all be mad at him? Let's get into the story.
Jason Kelce slammed 4 tone-deaf 4th of July post after big, beautiful bill signing. Please subscribe to RZ News for more updates. Jason Kelce was just like plenty of Americans on the 4th of July, taking in some of the best fireworks. However, when the Philadelphia Eagles legend took to social media to celebrate, he was met with plenty of vitriol. Man, I love the 4th. One of the great days we all can set aside our differences in this country and enjoy the one thing we all share in common. That we are American. Cheers to you, oh beautiful America, Kelce wrote in an Instagram post of a video of some fireworks. Almost immediately, he was ripped in the comments. Kelce's post came hours after President Donald Trump signed the big, beautiful bill, which seemed to be the catalyst for the backlash in the former NFL players' comments section. Set aside differences? One party wants to feed children. The other wants to feed brown people to alligators, one person wrote. Unfortunately, Jason, this is not real life for many. They signed the worst bill for so many Americans today just to rub it in our faces. I know it's hard to understand, but so many will suffer, another added. Another user called his post tone deaf. Love you, bud, but this is so out of touch. I beg you please read the rumor end. So many are suffering, added another.
Yeah, man.
Look, y'all, there's so many that they keep talking about. There's so many people that's gonna be suffering and feeling this bill are illegals. Let's just
But that's the whole common sense came to it.
Like
Trump had to reconstruct on who gets these type of benefits because they was giving them shits away to people who didn't have Social Security numbers. But y'all don't see that.
Why y'all arguing against being in the club? You're in the club to get the shit. You a citizen. He trying to kick people out the club that's not citizens. Why do you have a problem with that?
Because Janae can't get her food stamps because she going to have to be in the eligibility.
Bruh, this is, like I said earlier, they don't like the fact that this bill is forcing them to course correct, man. It's going to force women to not have 9 baby daddies. It's going to force women to, matter of fact, it's going to work. Yeah, it's going to force able bodies to work, man. That's it.
To work, bro.
You can no longer be an able body ass nigga just collecting my tax dollars to feed you. And I can't get food stamps. I can't get them. I can't get that shit. But I gotta take care of your grown ass. No,
and that was the whole backwards shit that was going on too. The fact that these type of benefits were enabling people not to work. You get more food stamps if you don't work. It's like, damn, like we the ones who putting the money in the tax shit. Why can't them type of benefits be able for us? We work 40 hours.
I gotta tell y'all something. I heard that you know how it's feminists who be like women can do more than men and women don't need men. You know, I heard that the CIA funded feminism to make women work so they could tax women too.
The CIA, they was tricky.
Bruh. I was like, damn, they trick women into making women want to get educated and get in these careers just so they could tax y'all too, because men was the only ones working.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. The CIA sound like the hustling ass niggas that they don't give a fuck what they sell, long as that shit make money.
Bruh, that's why taxation is bad.
But, you know, you got a lot of people that's hating on this big, beautiful bill. Also, former dark MAGA Elon Musk, he called it full of pork. I'm sure that motherfucker eat bacon. I know he ate bacon, but I guess today he don't like pork. I guess he ain't eat no hamburgers on 4th of July. But he called the bill pork-filled bill. Trump did also respond to that shit, bro, because bro was goddamn going off. He was going off. But was still talking reckless. I mean, I'm going to pull that up too. But not only he's on some, I don't fuck with the bill, hey, I'm about to make my own party. But let me get to the response, because Trump had to call that motherfucker out, though.
Elon coming that way because Trump got rid of the EV mandate where you're not forced to do the electric vehicle shit. That hurts Elon. And another thing is, like I said before, some Republicans feel like, and like I said before, some people, I read the shit, but some people feel like, you know what I'm saying, that the bill didn't cut spending enough. So Elon, on the other hand, kind of feel like, that the Doge shit, he like, damn, what was the point of Doge if y'all gonna, you know what I'm saying, had the same amount of money as before? But like I said, that motherfucker ain't really.
Man, we got tariffs.
Yeah, but here goes. Donald Trump. I am saddened to watch Elon Musk go completely off the rails, essentially becoming a train wreck. Over the past 5 weeks, he even wants to start a third political party, despite the fact that they have never succeeded in the United States. The system seems not designed for them. The one thing third parties are good for is the creation of complete and total disruption and chaos. And we have enough of that with the radical left Democrats. We have lost who have lost their confidence and their minds. Republicans, on the other hand, are a smooth running machine that just passed the biggest bill of its kind in the history of our country. It is a great bill, but unfortunately for Elon, it eliminates the ridiculous electric vehicle EV mandate, which would have forced everyone to buy an electric car in a short period of time. I have been strongly opposed to that from the very beginning. People are now allowed to buy whatever they want, gasoline powered, hybrids, which are doing very well, or new technologies as they come about. No more EV mandate. I have campaigned on this for 2 years, and quite honestly, when Elon gave me his total and unquestioned endorsement, I asked whether or not he knew that I was going to terminate the EV mandate. It was in every speech I made and in every conversation I had. He said he had no problems with that. I was very surprised. Additionally, Elon asked that one of his close friends run NASA, and while I thought his friend was very good, I was surprised to learn that he was a blue-blooded Democrat who had never
Mm.
contributed to the Republican before. Elon probably was also. I also thought it inappropriate that a very close friend of Elon, who was in the space business, run NASA when NASA is such a big part of Elon's corporate life. My number one charge is to protect the American public.
Oh
So
God.
basically, he's saying Elon got like some underlying motives and why he was supporting, and I kind of believe that.
Yeah. It's shown, bro.
He
You,
wanted
you
that NASA shit with his friend, and he wanted them EV mandates, and he thought he would have more power in that White House than he got, but he don't
so
understand. Trump don't give a fuck about your money.
so that's bro going against the whole party now. Now he done set his own party. American Party. AMEP. That's the Elon Musk party. Which is getting 40% approval rating. I don't know where that approval rating came from, but
Democrats.
it's shocking, man. It's like, damn, we thought the dark MAGA was gonna be here for a long time, but hey, just like Trump say, a lot of niggas they do that.
It's good though to me. To me. Yeah, Trump probably right though about it causing chaos, but I feel like it's good because we get to hear more ideas. Because Democrats ain't giving no ideas about
Yeah, you saying that this one type of Democrats is off the rails, so it's like we should introduce a
a new one. Because they gone, bro. That trans leftist rainbow flag, y'all gone. Let Elon replace them, and we can get the technological party, and then we can get the Republican Party.
yeah,
And also, I wanted to read y'all a couple of sentences real quick
yeah.
about this topic. It says an EV mandate in the United States could help the environment by reducing pollution and gas use, and it might create new jobs in clean energy, but it could also hurt parts of the economy like oil and gas jobs and make cars more expensive for some people. Making EVs also requires a lot of mining, which can harm the environment too. if the switch is done too fast or without proper planning, it could do more harm than good.
So that's why I say that
So
shit
basically,
pointless.
yeah, like, basically,
Yeah, it can help, but it can help and hurt. So what's the point of forcing everybody to get that shit? If you want to do that, you should get like Trump said, you got the right if you want to help the environment. You got the money to afford the electricity costs, and you got the time to let your shit charge up in between drives. Hey, go that way. But if you like to go get your gas and go, get your gas and go. We make money with gas, man. So, like, we make money with that. So we're gonna keep it going.
Oh God, man.
More sources of income.
That's why, man, I'm no more. I ain't down Trump no more, bro. Cause he's making provisions too. And he been right about every fucking thing. Y'all will see that hat next week. Cause Trump been right about every fucking thing. But hey, that's all I got, guys.
yeah.
Final thought of the night.
It was unexpected, man. I wasn't trying to go 2 hours. Hey, y'all.
I wasn't even paying attention to the time. Oh, I'd have been said, wrap it up then.
Hey.
Nah, I'm playing.
Y'all wanted to talk tonight, huh? Y'all wanted to talk tonight. I get it.
Final thought is, Trump, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Even if that shit looked shaky in the beginning, I'ma just trust that it's gonna turn out right like it always has. And the final thought of after that final thought is college football tomorrow, nigga. Hey, college football tomorrow, man. That's all I can think about. That's my final thought.
Oh God. Yeah, my final. Oh, you got it.
My final thought is injuries do better. Yeah, you average a double-double, and you didn't even get selected for the All-Star game. As a fan of basketball, now I think that you need to focus on basketball.
Yeah, I ain't even know WNBA All-Star game was a thing. Go ahead, though.
Hey, man, my final thought, bro. I'm about to double down on my MAGA hats. I'm gonna start wearing that shit everywhere I go. Cause at this point, I'm not no fucking victim. Fuck that shit. If you goddamn fear that hat, and if you mad about that hat, be mad. But just know, I will be respecting my hat like it's a gangster flag.
And I just want to tell y'all this, man. You text the word connect to 741-741, and for free, you can get you some confidential support from a trained volunteer crisis counselor available 24/7. We don't support bullying. Bigger. He went through a lot of bullying over his hat. So
I became a victim,
man,
bro. I became a victim. Not no more.
Text connect to 741-741.
I put that on everything. I will not be a victim no more. Best believe.
Speak out.
Oh God, boy. I could have took it left, but it was 4th of July. I was just happy to be American. I could have took it left, but it's all right, man.
Right thing, man. He did the right thing.
You know what I'm saying? That's what sometimes you gotta do. You gotta do the right thing, bro. But that will be the last time I do the right time or to do the right thing. But you already know, man. Next week we on it, man. Hey, we on it, man. I appreciate all the views. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate y'all guys goddamn joining. Hey, we out.